Subscribe for my channel Amol Ujagre and hit the bell icon for latest update.
Hello friends, my name is Amol Ujagre and you are watching me on my YouTube channel. I am the author of the book Practical Approach of Software Testing, which is available on Amazon India, International and Kindle. So today we are going to discuss about abstraction using abstract class and interfaces. So let us see what abstraction is. So basically abstraction is a process of hiding the implementation details and showing only the functionality to the user. Another way, it shows only essential things to the user and hides the internal details. So we can give two examples of it. One is that sending the SMS, where you type the text and send the message, you don't know the internal processing of the message delivery. Similarly, you can understand about the bike, wherein you can drive a bike but you don't care about how that bike works internally. So there are two ways to achieve the abstraction in Java. One is abstract class and another one is interfaces. Using abstract class we can achieve 0 to 100% abstraction, while in using interface we can achieve 100% abstraction. So let's see one by one. So first one is abstract class. So an abstract class must be declared with an abstract keyword. It can have abstract and non-abstract methods. It cannot be instantiated. It can have constructor and static methods also. It can have final methods which will be forcing the subclass not to change the body of the method. This is the declaration: abstract class A. The abstract keyword is placed before the class, and methods are like this: abstract void print status. No method body is defined here. Fine. So the inherited class of abstract class must implement all the abstract methods. If it does not implement all or some methods, then it must be declared as abstract. So let us see an example. We will implement this example. So let's create a class. Abstraction example, right? So this is a class abstraction example. So I declared it as abstract. Right. So let me write few methods inside it. Abstract void show, abstract void run. I can write non-abstract methods as well inside it, like void display, and I can have a body inside it, display method. Fine. So I am writing one more class, say class my bike, right? So as long as this is independent class, we don't have any issues. But if I am extending it, right, so it is giving me red line. So it says that class my bike must be either declared as abstract or implement the abstract method, right? So in short, it is saying that if you want to extend the abstract class, you must define the methods which are abstract in the parent class, or if you are not defining, you must define this class as abstract. So let's see, if I define this class as abstract, the error has gone. And we also know that we cannot instantiate the abstract class, we cannot create the object of the abstract class, right? So as we are not able to create the abstract class, the object of this class, that is abstract class example, and similarly we will not be able to create an object of this class as well, right? So better I'll remove this and let me implement both the methods. So let's see, void show s out in show my bike, then void run system.out.println in run my bike. Now it is fine, right? So if I write public static void main string args, I can create an object of my bike ob is equal to new my bike, right? So I am comfortably able to create an object of my bike since it is not an abstract class. What will happen if I try to create an object of this? What it says? It says abstraction ex is abstract, cannot be instantiated, right? So I can create the reference but I cannot instantiate this class, but I can write in this way, right? I have created a reference of abstraction ex and referred it to the my bike class. So using this object we will be able to call the methods, respective methods, right? So let's see, I'm creating one more class, let's say class my car, fine, and let me remove one of the method, I'll comment it, right? So it started giving me error. So either it is saying that uh, either you declare the class as abstract or implement the method. So I am defining this as abstract, then here again the error started coming, I cannot instantiate the my bike since it is the abstract class. Now see, if I now extend my bike, it started showing me red line that my car must either be declared as abstract or implement the abstract method run. Now see, the abstract class has um, extended the abstraction ex, that is, this is the parent of my bike, and it has implemented only one method, right? But the run method is not implemented. So it is compulsory for me to implement the run method only. So void run, that's it. So I don't need to implement this show method because this show method is not abstract in my bike class, right? But the run method has not been implemented by my bike, so its child has to implement it. So I'm implementing this. Fine. So as we saw that we cannot create the object of my bike since it is abstract class, but we can comfortably create the object of my car, that is my car ob is equal to new my car, right? And I can access the method run ob dot start as well, show as well. Fine. So in this way, right? So this was about abstraction. So let's go further. Interface. Now what is interface? Interfaces are like abstract classes but having all methods of type abstract. It is used to achieve abstraction. By interface we can support the functionality of multiple inheritance. So its syntax is like this: public interface void display void clause void call. There are two methods inside this interface, and now you will see that I have not declared abstract keyword over here. So please understand, when I declare this interface, by default the methods are public and abstract, right? By default the methods are public and abstract. I can also define data members, but as and when I define this int a is equal to 10, it becomes public, static and final, right? So the implemented method must be public, as during overriding a method you cannot decrease the scope of the access specifier. All methods must be implemented in the child class, or class should be declared as abstract if it doesn't implement all the methods, right? And one more thing, above 8 and 9 version you can write default or static concrete methods in interface. Static methods will have access specifier, access modifier public, and in 9th version private concrete methods can also be created, right? So let us see one example. Interface example. So instead of class I'll write interface, and inside this I will write void show void run, like this, and I can write, let's say, void display and implement it, but this has to be static. Static method can be comfortably defined inside the interface, right? So as I said, above 8 and 9 version you can write default or static concrete methods. I can write default here comfortably. You have to explicitly write default here, because if you don't write here this method becomes public and abstract, right? So you have to explicitly write default here, right? Generally if you don't write anything then it becomes default, but in case of interface it is not like that. If you don't write default it doesn't become default, it becomes public and abstract, right? So as out display, then let's implement this class. So public or class my bike 1. I am seeing 1 because my bike class is already defined here. So implements implements interface ex, right? So as soon as I defined this here, it started showing error. So class mybike1 must either be declared as abstract or implement abstract methods, right? So I need to implement the abstract methods. Void show. So I've started implementing the method. Let's say this is show, and then I again defining another method, show and run. See, the this error has gone, but we have created another problem over here. Let's see what it is. Show and run, what it is saying, right? As I said, inside interface, if you don't give any access modifier, then by default it becomes public and abstract. But in normal class, if you don't give any access specifier, then by default it becomes default. So let's understand one thing. If you try to implement any method in the child class, then you should not decrease the scope of that method. Means if here it is public, you cannot reduce its scope to default, right? So public has the highest scope than that of default. So in order to remove this error, I need to define this public. Now the error has gone, right? So in this way we can implement the interface and we can use the methods for our further purpose, right? So this was all about the abstract class and interface. Thank you very much guys. I hope you got to learn something from this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you have still not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. And if you are in Pune and if you want to learn Selenium with me, you can contact me on this number and you can come to my place and learn Selenium with me. Thank you very much.